Hi guys, welcome to the episode. Round of 16 draws just about to start, so let's nick in, see who we get. Okay, here it is. It is our Champions League first round knockout draw. Now you can see we're not seeded in the draw, but it's group runners up. That's obviously not going to be the case. Now, who do we want to get here? Can we see who the seeded teams are? We can. So it's Atletico Madrid, who we can't get. Porto, I think would be okay. Juventus, we'd probably rather not. City, we can't get. United, we can't get. Liverpool, we can't get. So then it becomes Inter or Bayern. Of those, I'm going to say Porto is first choice. And then probably one of the Italian clubs, preferably Inter. But Inter have a good team. Actually, like in Football Manager terms, their team is really good on paper. So that's who I think we want. I mean, really, Barcelona's not there, Real Madrid's not there. So it's difficult to know. I mean, we're going to get who we get, aren't we? So, we don't get a choice. That's a classic, isn't it? Real Madrid, City, FC Basel. They get Manchester United. Leverkusen take Inter. So it's Porto's still there for us. Kiev against Liverpool. Here it is. Who do we get? Juventus. Cristiano Ronaldo. That is who we get in the round of 16. Paris Atletico Madrid. That'll be a good one too. Lyon against Bayern. So Barcelona get Porto. Sometimes you run her up in your group and you go and get Porto. You're thinking you're lucky stars there, aren't you? So, let's go and have a look at Juventus and see what we're up against. Obviously, that's going to be Ronaldo, assuming he's still there. Yeah, he's still there. Still quite good, isn't he, really? He's just different class. So, they've got their three old boys in defence. Bonucci and Chiellini. Yeah, I mean, they're still really good, aren't they? Dybala's still there. Maybe January transfer window. Maybe Dybala can take off somewhere. We could do ourselves some favours there. But yeah, so it is Juventus. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa. Welcome to episode 19 of the First Star quest with Everton. Our bid to win the Champions League with the club, of course. And today it's the Festive Fixtures against Watford and against Middlesbrough. 15th and 20th in the league. Hopefully we'll get two nice big Christmas presents. But as you've just seen, we didn't get a Christmas present in the Champions League draw because we've got Juventus in the round of 16, and that is going to be tough. Now, since last episode, where we of course qualified for that last 16 with a thumping win against Zenit, 3 games and... yeah, 3 games. First off, we played Southampton, and we dominated this game, as you can see, but we didn't really create anything until the 95th minute when Richarlison just belted in. It was a good, it's more of a counter-attacking goal, so we didn't even really create that much there. But we defended well, as you can see, and Richarlison got the winner, 95th minute, a massive 3 points. Then we played Leeds United, if we can get back to that screen, please, game, thank you. And... we did not look like scoring in this game, not even in the penalty shootout. You can see we missed 3 penalties in the penalty shootout. It was just a disaster. We were the better team. There's no doubt about that. We were the better team, but we couldn't score. We didn't even look like scoring. Cahill put in the first penalty in the shootout. I thought, okay, we'll show our class here. No, not even a little bit. So that was disappointing, but out we go. It was a bit of a, you can see by the team we put out, we weren't taking it that seriously. It was a decent team, actually, but... even Terry Cook, mate, you couldn't get us through this one, which is fair enough because, you're a 17-year-old kid. Then we went and played Arsenal away from home in the league, and this was actually a really, really good performance. We were really good in the first half. Dominic Calvert-Lewin continued his goal-scoring ways just before the break in the sort of stoppage time there, give us a lead. Second half, Arsenal were the better team. They scored their goal. So in the end, 1-1 was a fair result. I think a draw was a fair result. And we got a point. So that's not bad. If we look at the league table, and it is insane. It's insanely close. We have obviously a game in hand here. Watford is we had the late kickoff. We could potentially, now Chelsea also have a game in hand, so they could potentially again go ahead of us. But we could potentially go equal top with a win here. But between 1st and 8th, halfway through the season, 19 games in, right now a 5-point gap. That is insanely close. I've never seen anything like this in Football Manager before. 8 teams in the title race and we're halfway through the year. And there's still Arsenal. I mean, they could conceivably, only 9 points back, still make a run themselves because they're a very good team. So let me know what you think in the comments. But I think I've ever seen a league race this tight, this late in the season, halfway through, as I said. And there's sort of the rest of our season coming up here. I don't know if I mentioned we have Southampton in the FA Cup third round. That may have happened since last episode, but that's who we have. But we're not too worried about the FA Cup, even though we did win it last year. We should maybe put in a bit more of an effort to defend our title, but we have bigger fish to fry this year. Now, this is the team we're sending out for the Watford game. It's Pickford in goal, Digne, Holding, Keane and Coleman as a back four, Schneiderlin and Davies in midfield, Walcott, Sigurdsson and Richarlison in behind Calvert-Lewin. Come on. And there will, of course, be a Goals of the Month after the Middlesbrough game as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. Looks like we're matching up formations here, man for man, so that's sort of, hopefully we'll be able to prove that we're the better team in that case. It's got a little bit of passion. We've been on a good run to go out there and impress me. Haven't been on that good of a run. We've been struggling for goals lately. Our defence has tightened up, but we've sort of struggled in front of goal, so gone to the other extreme now. Expect nothing but a win. All right, let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. That's okay. The defence hasn't really responded, but everybody else is okay. And here we go. So let's see what we can do. Calvert-Lewin, we saw him last episode banging in the goals, and he's been playing really, really well. My kind of plan here is that, because there's only sort of the 1 day gap, and then we play Middlesbrough. So we're going to play what is sort of our best team right now in this game. Then what we'll look to do is we'll play as many as we can from this team against Middlesbrough, but I think we're going to have to rest a few players for that one. But you look at the bench, we have Selke, Lookman, Vlasic, Morrow. I think Berg is available as well, Robinson. So we have options to bring in to play against Middlesbrough and still put out a really, really good team. So I'm not too worried about it. Of course, Middlesbrough will be in the same situation, having just played, so they'll be weakened as well, obviously, or have tied legs. So in a way, we've got the fixtures the right way around. Middlesbrough, I think, have won 1 game all year, so hopefully, we're not going to be victims of that. Just a long ball forward. Coleman's there. Back to Pickford. Pickford clears it. Well done, boys. That's well defended. Bit of a misheader there. What was that? Who was that? Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin's annoying me a little bit this year. He's not real. Oh, what an effort that would have been. Not really performing, to be honest. So we've been playing Sander Berg more and more because he's sort of who we bought long term to replace him. But Schneiderlin's only 30. He shouldn't be declining that badly yet. Speak of the devil, there he is. Up to Richarlison. What can he do? Found Calvert-Lewin drifting into a wide area. Hopefully there's somebody in the box. Goes back post. It's there for Walcott! Oh, how's he missed? How has he missed? The keeper's made a decent save, but the keeper shouldn't have been given a chance to make a save there. That should have been 1-0. Corner comes in. It's headed away. It's fallen for Keane. Out for Walcott. Can he get it this time? Did okay there to keep the ball. He was crowded out, and we've had a free kick awarded. He wasn't offside, was he? Don't think he was offside there, but that's okay. We're not going to fight that one. Oh no, now we've got work to do from the corner. Headed away. It's still a danger there for us, though. It comes back in. Pickford. Oh no. What's happened here? It is VAR's looking at it. It's offside. Alright, never mind. I've got cat hair everywhere. It's on this stupid Santa hat, I think. We've got lucky there. Pickford's got lucky there. How that's bounced back through his legs, I don't really know, but it has. We got away with it. Alright, let's show some passion here, boys. Come on. We've had more of the ball, but it hasn't just that Walcott chance, really, and that should have been enough to get us the lead. Let's go attacking here. Watford aren't the worst team. They're not the best team either, but I've sort of been keeping an eye on their results, knowing that the game was coming up the last couple of games, and they've been doing okay. But though I think Liverpool might have given them a bit of a touch up. Alright, so there's not much happening here. We're going to try exploit the flanks, and we'll just try exploit the flanks. So I never really know whether to work the ball into the box or hit early crosses, what is the best option to do. So sometimes I think, just leave it. Just let them decide. If we had way more of the ball, I'd say, work it into the box. We're rushing it a little bit, but we haven't had that much more of the ball. So we'll tell them that we expect more, and we'll send them back out there and just see if we get a reaction from that. And if not, we will need to start to consider changes here. They're looking motivated. Come on, boys, get creative. I'm hoping with exploiting the flanks it will sort of bring Richarlison and Walcott into the game a little bit more. Sigurdsson's gone off form a little bit as well, which is a little bit worrying. Another get creative. as long as they're getting into here, yeah, Sigurdsson's done something. All right, here on Gylfi. Come on, son. Gylfi into the wall. It's still there for Richarlison. That was a decent chance, wasn't it? Again, we're just not quite at it today. All right, we're going to make some changes here. Richarlison, we're going to take him off. I want to bring Vlasic on it. I want to keep Sigurdsson on the field as well. Let's try Vlasic just as an attacking midfielder. Let's leave it at that. We do have David Selke on the bench as well. If Calvert-Lewin isn't going to get it done for us today, we might look to bring on him. Let's try and demand more here. I don't think Calvert-Lewin's playing badly. That's kind of my problem with taking him off. Alright, let's try just hitting early crosses. Get the ball into the box. Let's maybe be a little bit more direct. And if we're doing that, we might bring Mr. Selke on as well. Anything else you want to do right now? Walcott's not playing well, but Lookman can't really play on that side. And maybe I should have left Richarlison on. Let's try and encourage. See if that works. Nothing's really... You can see our defense is really tightened up. But now we can't score. It's like we can't have it both ways. I just want a team that can solid defensively and can create a chance every now and again. Are we going to lose our solid defensive record here, though? That's a good touch from Davie Klassen. Oh, wow. That's a good clearance. Got work to do from the corner. That's easy for Selke to clear. It's still there, though. Come on, boys. Come on. I just have a bad feeling about this game. It's not shaping up like it's going to be a happy ending for us, is it? Another cross out. Cathcart is in way too much space there. Luckily, he's a centre-back. We can't get this ball clear. I don't know what to say to them. I demand more, I think, is probably the last thing we can say. You can see again, we're defending well. We cannot get a shot on goal, though. Yeah, that's it. A 0-0 draw. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. That was boring, wasn't it? Let's not go and concede, though, please. Boys, good tackle. And that should be that. That helps the Christmas hangovers, doesn't it? Everybody would have got a nice sleep during that one. Again, we weren't bad. We just didn't really... I mean, that Walcott chance was the one, wasn't it? I'm going to say it's not good enough. I mean, it keeps... The fact that the title race is so close, it just keeps us in the argument, these draws. But you can see Watford, we should have been beating them. Yeah. Honours even at Vicarage Road. Guys, wait right there. We'll be playing Middlesbrough. They're bottom of the league. If we can't score against them, then I don't know what to do. Okay, welcome back. We're about to face Middlesbrough, bottom of the table. Middlesbrough, look at this. They are cut adrift as well. 7 points all year. They're a Derby County. We hopefully not going to fall victim to them. So what we're doing is we're changing formation. We're going to, if we're not scoring goals with one striker, we'll try two. So it's Pickford in goal, Stark, Holding and Keane as a back four. Coleman and Robertson, they go down the wings. Berg and Morrow in midfield. Vlasic in behind Calvert-Lewin and David Selke. So we can see the way they're lining up. Hopefully we've caught them out with our change of form. As you would imagine, that Tony Pule's team, they're playing the cautious long ball. So I'm going to say, what do we say? I don't want to say keep our run going. I don't want this run to keep going. I want goals. So let's say we're at home. Let's give it a passionate. Let's give the fans a performance they're expecting here. We're up against the whipping boys of the league. We need to not be whipped, don't we? It would be nothing worse than at Goodison Park over the festive fixtures than to, well, imagine losing, but to not win this game. I'm curious to see, you'll notice we're trying Selke as a pressing forward because we do have Calvert-Lewin who can play sort of the complete forward role. Jesus, 17 seconds. And the pressing forward ends up becoming an advanced forward kind of player anyway, which is what and pressing forward is what he likes to play. That's what he sees himself as, or that's what he's natural in. So we'll see how that goes. Calvert-Lewin and Selke could just become a partnership for us. We have Sandro on the bench along with Timmy Cahill if things don't work out. I think Cahill's made a good decision to retire, if I'm honest, because he didn't do much against Leeds. It's a decent ball, and it's there for Borg! It's still there for Stark, and it's headed away or cleared away. you do wonder if just an early goal here will settle our nerves and we could do a bit of a Zenit and just completely destroy them. It's almost like we scored all their goals in that game, because we haven't really looked like scoring since. Even against Arsenal, where we played well, it's not like we were running rampant in front of goal and missing chances. We held the ball and we looked good, but we weren't really creating that much. Come on, boys, let's get creative here. Let's go attacking. And, yeah. Oh, no. Pickford just about does enough there. Oh, I tell you what, that almost went in. They're looking nervous, but this is way too even of a game than I would like. I have been working on attacking play in training. The problem is, again, so many games that we haven't really had a chance to do that much training. It's almost like eventually the defensive training got through to them, and now we just need to wait for the attacking training to work. Calvert-Lewin! He just doesn't stop scoring from the corner at the near post. That's a really, really good header. And is that the goal that is going to sort of set us free now? Let's give it a demand more. We don't want to rest on the laurels there, but that's a good corner in from Vlasic and a cracking header from Calvert-Lewin. 7 goals this season he scored, and he scored 1 before last episode. He is just on fire right now. He's the only guy that's scoring, really. Alright, Robinson with a throw. In for Berg. Back for Robinson. We've got pace up front with Selke if he can find him. Robinson's no slouch either. That's not the best pass, but Selke moves on to it. Can he find a cross back for Vlasic? Vlasic! Oh, just took it a little bit too far, didn't he? Across goal there. This is looking a little bit better, though, now. Can we score from this corner as well? I'd rather be scoring from open play, but I'll take goals where I can get them. Calvert-Lewin again. That time just over the bar. If we can get a second before the break. Alright, again from the corner. We're getting on top now, aren't we? Here's another chance. Calvert-Lewin! Oh, I thought that was in. I thought that was in. Alright, are we going to go and throw this all away now? It's another long ball over the top. That's what we're expecting them to do. It's what the scouts expect them to do. It's what Tony Pulis wants them to do. Here's Vlasic. Can he go on a bit of a run? It's a good-looking ball for Calvert-Lewin. Can he find Davie? Selke! Oh, he's missed it. It's the second time of asking. David Selke back in the goals. Lucky 13 for him. And that is 2 before the break. And that should be enough, shouldn't it? We'll give them some praise for that. We've played really, really well these last few minutes since going ahead. And Calvert-Lewin, look at that pass. Selke should really, is a good save, to be fair. Good strong hand, wasn't it, down low, but second time of asking, got the job done. Give him some praise for that. And yeah, I mean, now we've got to ask them. I mean, we're getting on top now. Is this our formation going forward? Especially without Bernard. I mean, we can't, skim over that. That's a big loss for us. To not have him in the team. So we've got to say, were we excellent? We were pretty good, weren't we? Though we do love throwing away 2-goal leads. I don't know what to do. Say I'm happy. I'm going to say I'm happy, and then we're going to tell people here that aren't playing well that they're not playing well. Keane's looking complacent. I will not waste a second in taking him off the field for Holgate if that doesn't improve. We'll just tell Morrow to watch his step. The other thing that's actually a big loss for us as well is Denny Drinkwater, because he was sort of in the rotation of starting midfielders. So by not having him, it kind of means we have to play Morrow more than ideally I'd like to right now. Let me give this a demand more here. Maybe a concentrate would have been a better shout, actually. I don't like complacent defenders. And that's pretty much exactly what we have right now. Let's just go back to positive. Wolves are drawing. That's a good result because Wolves are up there. I'm not quite sure why or how, but they are up there. I think we just went to first. Let's give it a concentrate. Too many complacent players on the field right now. I don't like this at all. Alright, going back to calm. Calm is fine. We can deal with calm. Alright, let's rest a few legs here. Let's bring on Joe Williams for Morrow, because I don't like that booking. No, he's not the tighter, so maybe Sander Berg. And then we'll... No, because I want to get the booking off the field, don't I? What do I do? No, undo. The whole point of that was to get the booking off the field. And then we'll leave it at that for now. Let's give it a demand more again. let's give him some praise. We'll wait for this highlight. We're starting to play well, so I might give him some praise depending how this highlight ends out. If you praise him, that tends to get rid of complacency anyway. Vlasic just had a decent game in there, hasn't he? So Coleman's getting forward. Can he pick out a cross? He can. Selke! He's missed it again. Oh, he's usually so reliable, but he's just having a bit of a spell right now. The whole team's having a bit of a spell. There we go. That got rid of the complacency. Another corner. A third goal, and it's done. Knocks it in. Oh, I tell you what. How did Selke get onto that? There was 3 defenders around him. I wish now I had Kenny on the bench so we could rest Coleman, but we don't have him there, so we can't do that. Let's bring Tim Cahill on for Calvert-Lewin. I can't let go of him. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can always look to bring Sandro on if we need to. But we'll keep that sub up our sleeves. Let's give this a praise. Timmy's on there to bring him home now. Club captain, of course. And I think we've just about deserved this win. Judging by that. It's a shame we couldn't have got a couple of more goals. More convincing goals as well. A corner and a sort of a rebound from the keeper. Let's keep our heads there, please, Robinson. I'm really liking Antonee Robinson. He's really quick. He's good getting forward. I think he's quite a good backup for Digne. Or Digna, or however you pronounce it. Terry told me in the comments. I can't remember if he said the G was silent, the M was silent. Dina? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to butcher it no matter how it is. Cahill! Oh! Almost. The great man popping up. It's over the line, ref. You're blind. Yeah, so this has been okay, hasn't it? I should say, too, we have the transfer window coming up here after this game. It obviously will open. I don't really know what to do in that. I'm wondering if... Because we've signed some good young midfielders, and I think midfield is arguably where we need to be strengthened. Maybe attack as well, actually. Because we have Calvert-Lewin and Selke scoring. Sandro's decent. Well done, boys. But, yeah. I'm kind of thinking what I might do is just sort of have a look and see if there's anywhere we can upgrade majorly. Because I think we're relatively good right now. We have a relatively good team. There's nowhere really that I think we're weak. Maybe with left wing back. We'll train him, but it'll be fine. Yeah, maybe miss some depth in midfield because I feel like, Joe Williams and Benning Me, they're okay, but they're not really good enough. We have good depth out wide. Anyway, I'll kind of see how it goes. Let me know if there's something that you can recommend. But I'm kind of thinking, unless there's something that really, really sort of jumps out at me, we might just try and leave it for now. But we'll be back on, what day is it? We'll be back on Sunday for Manchester City, 4th in the league, and Liverpool, who are 8th. But let's not let that confuse us. That's going to be a big derby, isn't it? So we'll have a little bit of time in the transfer window after that as well. It'll only be about halfway through the month. And there'll probably be an FA Cup tie, I imagine, after the Liverpool game. So have a think about what you're thinking of for transfers, and we can sort of discuss it a little bit more during those 2 games. If we have a quick look at what the league table looks like after those games, because it's just... Oh, we are top. Well done, boys. Still games to be played by Chelsea and Man City, but right now we and Newcastle as well, but they couldn't overtake us. But we're joint top halfway through. For the new year anyway, not at Christmas, but just after Christmas for the new year, we're top of the table for now. Hopefully Chelsea and City will both lose. But we'll be back, as I said, on Sunday for the derby in Manchester City. If you have enjoyed that, guys, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you ring the bell. And until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. And here are some of our goals from a mega, never-ending month of December. Take care.